Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast and welcome to a main roster review. I haven't done one of these in a while, to say the least. When was it? Missed Raw yesterday, or Monday, whenever this comes out. Missed last week because it was Christmas, obviously. Did I miss? I did the week before, so it's 2 weeks pretty much. Slacking, Christmas and all that. Have to spend time with the family. Selfish, if you ask me, selfish. But yes, we had SmackDown Live, a decent SmackDown Live. Obviously, it was taped on Saturday. What was Saturday, like the 29th or something? I can't remember dates. They're all merging into one nowadays. It was on the Saturday just gone. As of the time of recording, it was taped then in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Like I said, it was a decent one. Wasn't anything to write home about, but it wasn't too bad. So perfect in my eyes. First off, to kick off the night, we had the New Day come out. We had Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston in tuxedos with Big E in a diaper. For some reason, New Day, they can do what they want, really, can't they? I'm looking over here, because my notes are over here, by the way. I'm not being rude, I'm not looking at the camera. My notes are this side of the camera, so full page of notes. Cool. Big E did some Steiner math. Obviously, for you young'uns, you probably don't know who Scott Steiner is. Go look him up. Steiner Maths is good. We all love a bit of Steiner Maths. And then they fired shots at Brock Lesnar because they also announced that they were going into the Royal Rumble. They're going to be the other entrances in the Royal Rumble, hence why the Steiner Math came up from Big E. And they said they'll go for the WWE Championship or the Universal Championship, but that bloke probably wouldn't turn up. And then Kofi was like, he doesn't even turn up for work. I've been here for 11 years and I can't even get a title shot, blah, blah, blah. It was good. It was good. They then bigged up the next match, which was a match to see who would enter, who would be the last pick in the Fatal 5-Way, which would be the main event. The winner of that match will be the WWE Championship #1 contender for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And at the moment we had, I assume they did these matches last week to see who'd enter into them. Full disclosure, I didn't watch last week's Raw or SmackDown because it's Christmas. Why would I watch it? But I saw all the spoilers, hence why you must have seen the spoilers on the channel. But we had AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio. I literally watched this 2 seconds ago, and Mustafa Ali. So AJ, Rey, Orton, Mustafa Ali, and then the match next was Samoa Joe versus Jeff Hardy to see who that fifth person would be in the match. It was an okay match, Jeff versus Joe, as you expect from these two, really. Like, they've got a little bit of chemistry there, but it wasn't the greatest of matches. Joe won the match, so he's in the Fatal 5-Way via Coquina clutch to the outside. The ref counts to 8, and then Joe let go of the clutch and roll back into the ring. For some reason, the ref restarted the count. No idea why. But the ref got back up to 9, and Jeff rolled in at 9, only to be found again in a Coquina clutch from Samoa Joe, fading and passing out, fading away and classifying himself as obsolete, if you will. So yeah, Joe goes to the Fatal 5-Way, which is the main event for the evening. Fantastic. Next up, we had AJ getting called into a room with Vince and Shane McMahon. Obviously, last week, AJ Styles punched Vince McMahon right in the face, and he loved it. He loved every minute of it. And AJ comes in and said, "Oh, you wanted to see me, or do you really want to see me? I should apologise for my actions last week, but I'm not going to, because you provoked me to boiling point. You knew what you were doing, and I wouldn't hesitate to do it again." And Shane McMahon stepped up to him. Maybe we'll get a AJ versus Shane again. Oh, at WrestleMania, how good would that be? And yeah, Vince is just loving every minute of it. He said he wanted to fire up AJ. He wanted that Pitbull as a reference to AJ Styles before, and he wants the real AJ Styles. And Shane McMahon warns him of that and says, "Be careful what you wish for." So it'd be interesting to see what happens with AJ from now. Obviously, without the title anymore. It's interesting to see who his opponent would be at WrestleMania. Because at the moment, I can't really think of anyone who would be in that picture of him, really. It's a strange one. It's a strange one. Next up, we had Rusev and he is obviously crowned the new United States champion last week on his birthday, obviously taped beforehand, but Christmas Day is his birthday, and he proclaimed it as the greatest Rusev Day ever, and saying that he takes pride in the US title, unlike Shinsuke Nakamura, and it will be a long reign, and he will fight anyone and everyone as they come up and offer the fight. Claims a pledge of allegiance to the championship of the United States of America, leads Rusev's Day USA chant. It's completely different to his Russian United States run last time around, but I'm fine with that. I'm just loving to have Rusev as a babyface. It's what we've all been asking for, and finally he's got a title. About 10 months too late, but he's finally got there, and hopefully he has some decent matches with it. But this is all before Shinsuke Nakamura came out and attacked him from behind. Lana then jumped on Nakamura's back to try and stop him. Rusev hit the match kick on Nakamura, and Nakamura fell backwards onto Lana. Obviously, Rusev was worried, went to check on Lana before Shinsuke kicked him in the face, Kinshasa, threw the US title on Rusev, and then walked away. So, obviously, there is no rematch clauses anymore. So, I don't know if they're just going to do Shinsuke versus Rusev again. Well, not obviously Shinsuke's contract's running out in January, so he probably will be going. I'll be surprised if he signs another one. Next up, we had a match between Naomi and Mandy Rose. The match they've been threatening for weeks and just haven't done for some reason, but we finally get it. Mandy Rose came out with an Uso Day One-ish top on, which Naomi obviously didn't like. And because, it's a women's storyline, so you have to get something to do with a man in there, or friendship, or something like that, because that's what WWE writers love to do, it seems. But it was supposed to be Mandy versus Naomi, and the bell rang when Sonya was in the ring, so that now means that Sonya is in the match and not Mandy. Don't know, no idea. So it's now Naomi versus Sonya, so we still don't get Naomi versus Mandy Rose. And it was an okay match, nothing to write home about, I guess. And Mandy Rose distracted Naomi by saying, I was getting ready for the match and I was thinking about your husband, Naomi, and I sent him this picture, and it was a picture of Mandy Rose just in a towel. Dirty, or clean, she was in a towel, either way. And obviously that made Naomi all riled up, and Sonya Deville, what's the word? I've written it down. Capitalizes, that's the word, on the distraction from Mandy Rose and picks up the win for her and Mandy, I guess. So this feud's going to carry on. It's probably going to be a blow-off at Royal Rumble, or Naomi eliminates both Mandy and Sonya at the Royal Rumble. Don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Next up, we had the all-awaited return for John Cena. He came out to the ring, and he reflected on 2018, saying that, his personal life got public, if you will, the whole thing with Nikki Bella, and his match with Undertaker, where he said he probably shouldn't have had all those beers beforehand. His hair, he pointed out his hair, because it's still JBL-esque. He plugged gently the Bumblebee film, which he's obviously in, and that was it, I think. And then he said he doesn't have a reason for being here. He doesn't know why he's here, but he knows that some man will come down and say that he's a washed-up part-timer, wannabe Hollywood star, and that something about Nikki Bella dumping him and stuff like that. And then he said, so why don't we just play the music of that man, and they can just get it over and done with. And then it wasn't a man, it was the man's music hit. Becky Lynch came down to it. A great pop from the crowd, as we expected, for Becky Lynch. And it was good that they put that in that situation. Like, they slotted it into the promo of John Cena saying, like, oh, a man would do it. But it was not a man, it's the man. So I like that. I like that quite a lot. And Becky came down and said, look, John, it wasn't just Charlotte that I was aiming for to replace on the billboards. It was you, because you've been on those billboards for 16 years. And for 2 of those 3 years, you haven't even been here. So that's why I'm here. We want new faces. The fans around me know that I should be on the head of that billboard, not you. And the fans cheered, obviously, because it's Becky Lynch. We all love Becky. Before she was interrupted by a certain Andrade, Cien, Almas, and Zelina, Vega. as Zelina Vega said that the WWE, I think McMahon's promised some new faces around here, and all I'm seeing is an older face of John Cena and a broken face of Becky Lynch. And I thought that was quite good. It was quite a good line. And yeah, she was just like firing shots at them too, before John Cena just comes out and offers them a mixed tag match, John Cena and Becky Lynch versus Almas and Vega, which they accepted. So they went down to the ring, and it was an okay match. It was probably better than most of the mixed match challenge matches, if I'm honest. Not that I watched them, but I assume it would be. Lynch, the finish of the match was Lynch goes for the disarmer, but Almas manages to drag Zelina Vega out the way before the 6 moves of doom from John Cena hit on Almas. Obviously, the 6th move now, that punch that makes people mad, because John Cena's great at trolling people. And John Cena had his back turned, and Becky Lynch just chucked him out the ring before Zelina Vega went for the roll up on Becky, reversed it into a disarmer, and Becky Lynch made Zelina Vega tap out. And after the match, John Cena goes to shake the hand of Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch, she does all that business. Cheeky woman, absolutely cheeky woman. Right, I had to change because I wrote down the notes, because on pen and paper, mad. So I had to change the page. Right, next up we had The Miz and Shane McMahon talking about last week and whatnot. Obviously, Shane accepted finally to be The Miz's tag team partner, and my phone's going off. And they were talking about outfit designs and stuff like that, copying The Miz's outfits and whatnot. And my phone keeps moving off. Let me put that on silent. Profession of me, I know. Before Shane McMahon just distracts Miz with something, Miz looks away and Shane walks off. So nothing really going on there. We had the number 1 contendership, trying to work out who would be number 1 contendership for Asuka's SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte was first there, saying she deserves one. Don't know how. And then Carmella came up and said that she's beaten Asuka and Charlotte twice, and she deserves a shot. Before Becky Lynch comes and says, you can all jog on, basically. She deserves shots. And in the next, I assume next week or in the next coming weeks, we'll find out who faces Asuka at the Royal Rumble. I don't know if it'd be Becky. Obviously, they announced it a few weeks ago, but it was an error, apparently. So I don't know if it's actually going to be Becky or someone else. I'd quite like to see Carmella, actually, but she's already in the Rumble, so we know that. She's already in the Rumble. So you could have her in a title match with Asuka. Have Asuka kind of squash her, if you will. Just to redeem Asuka for all the stuff that happened to James Ellsworth and whatnot. So get that out of the way. So I wouldn't mind if it was someone like Carmella or someone like that. But her, if Becky wants to do double duty, let Becky do double duty. That will certainly lay down the fact that she is the man, and she'll do whatever it takes to stay at the top. So yeah, whatever comes of it, I'm sure it'll be a good match. Fatal 5-way time, main event time. Obviously, it was AJ Styles versus Mustafa Ali versus Randy Orton versus Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. Have I said that? All yeah, that's 5, isn't it? It was a decent match for a fatal 5-way match, even. AJ got put for a table, announce table. He went for a phenomenal forearm before being distracted by Joe and Randy Orton. Orton did his slam thing onto the apron, the hardest part of the ring, and then Joe just put him through the table with one of his uranagis, is that what they're called? Through the table, laid out the table broke everywhere. Still, all the stuff's still on the table as well, mental. And then that put AJ out for the rest of the match before the finish, where everyone had a bit of something going on. Joe put Mustafa Ali in a coquina clutch, and they were hanging off the ropes. Rey Mysterio hit a 619 on them both. Samoa Joe sold it and fell out the other side of the ring, with Mustafa Ali still hanging on the ropes because, he's just been in a coquina clutch. Rey then hits another 619 onto Mustafa Ali, and then he goes for another one, I think, and Randy Orton then does, or was that earlier in the match? I can't remember now. I literally watched this about 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago. I can't remember. Everyone got their thing. Rey Mysterio went for a springboard. He put Randy Orton into 619, hit the 619 on Randy Orton, went to the springboard, frog splash, whatever he does nowadays. Samoa Joe stopped him, put him on his shoulders before Rey Mysterio hit a Hurricane Rana on him, and then the camera just went straight to the hard cam where AJ Styles has stood in the ring, 450 splash onto a laid out Randy Orton, and AJ Styles picks up a W and goes on to face Daniel Bryan again for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Should be interesting. Everyone thought it'd be Mustafa Ali. That was the rumoured match. Have Mustafa Ali rise straight to the top. But I'm more than happy to see Daniel Bryan versus AJ, especially after the match at TLC. More than happy to see that again. So, yeah, decent. Like I said, nothing special, nothing really to write home about. But it did its job. It did its job. I watched like half of Raw. The Raw half I watched was okay. It was decent as well. But I haven't finished that. I probably won't finish up or watch the highlights at some point. But yeah, it's been okay. Hope next week we can go back to normal. No more Christmas, no more New Year's. We can just go back to normal, watching wrestling at normal times and it actually being live. That's what I'm waiting for. But if you did like that, please leave a like on the video. Please comment down below on what you thought of SmackDown Live. And please subscribe for more reviews. Hopefully Matt's going to be doing another NXT review tomorrow. Finally back in the swing of things. Can't wait. Like, subscribe, comment what you think, and I shall see you again next week for Monday Night Raw. Thank you very much for watching.